Hello, y'all. It's me and Shane, your boys, back at it again. For the third time in a row.
End this trilogy.
So, welcome to Phoenix Wright, the third game. Being Ace Attorney, being Justice for All. Now we get to this fancy Trials and Tribulations game. Let us get in there and get through the tutorial case. Wow. See, I told you, Shane, they don't show the future episodes in here. Had to prove
they did in
that
the first one.
In the first one, maybe, but not in this one. This is some interesting...
Turnabout memories.
Turnabout memories. Let's get in there. This looks like it might be a little more complicated than a tutorial case. Maybe they decide that it's time for tutorial case to go. And if you're playing the third game, you'll probably already know what you're doing by now.
But I've heard from other developers the third game's the perfect jumping on point.
The third game?
That's what they said about Mass Effect.
Ah, interesting. Alright, let's get in there and play. A rainy night. How did I get into this mess? This looks familiar. Not familiar at all. Why? Why did I do that? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. It wasn't me. I did it. I didn't do it. Is this a young Phoenix Wright?
Drama in the past.
5 years earlier, Maya Fey's second trial. Okay. Ooh, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Well, man, we got returning characters already. Oh, maybe...
Oh, everyone's returning.
He's got a new outfit. See that? He's dazzling
This is an
up.
old outfit, Neng.
No, maybe. Oh, yeah, it's an old outfit. He's gotten duller over the years.
Yes, he's lost his spark.
Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Let go of my labels. You obviously haven't gotten the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It just means I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What, with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Good morning, everybody. We're defending Phoenix? Wow.
This is how he got, well, he had the passion before, but... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Phoenix. Damn, you look different when you're not in your lawyer's outfit. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just want to say, I'll give it all I got. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. I got COVID. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something? Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yeah, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he said. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. But please, let go of my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first thing I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never step foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm gonna win. For my client and for myself. Okay, this is a pretty good tutorial case. I'm liking the setup.
Is this a young pain?
It's a young pain. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Damn, look at it, man. He's got...
He had hair.
He had hair. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you? Yeah, well... You're just a rookie. You sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give me your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. This is where Phoenix picks his mannerisms up from, I see.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
And everyone used to respect the judge. Oh no, his habits, they haven't changed when he used to have hair.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly.
To death.
What'd you say?
Shocked to death.
Oh, might be. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. They then called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Crime photo 1. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will. What? Stand up to me, yeah? Show 'em what you're made of. Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause? Go on. But please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read the whole file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Oh, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing tab. Wow. Oh, we got our famous attorney's badge. Got the autopsy report. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. We got this photo. Okay. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data then. Think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. You gotta stay calm. I can't let this prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just press tab here. Okay, here. Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Hypothermia.
Got cold.
It got real cold. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some sort of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will be very crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator if you catch my drift. You know, this Payne guy, he's getting the slowest character details as the game goes on. Now we know his first name 3 games in.
Yep. Winston Payne.
They don't just call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Oh no, he's just
He just hangs around in the beginning zone.
Yeah. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all of our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Graybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Oh.
That
girl. The victim. This strange girl. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago.
Elia Hawthorne.
Winston Payne. Wow, Phoenix's college days were quite something, huh? Take that! The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Just guessing.
Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. Oh, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objections. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Look at him. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yeah. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what you did. What did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright? You understand that you are suspected of the death of your fellow student, but I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you, I was... Look how sick I am. How could I kill anyone like this? Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his coat to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Ooh, it looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. Also pains John now.
Oh. No.
And that would be... This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness' testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statement will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does it mean by that? Is he saying the testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction? Phoenix Wright, you filthy liar. Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? You know the tactics that Phoenix always uses to turn the witness into a bad guy? It's time we learn where it came from.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was
From
there.
the Trima.
Hold it! When you said there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyways. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Achoo. Anyways, Mr. Wright. What were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body? So who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
Literal shock.
Literal shock. Well, what? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Achoo. Can you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? So this is what Phoenix looks like when he's under pressure, huh? He sneezes. Well, it's true. I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I
He does have a cold.
hardly knew the guy to begin with. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the contradiction, but let's press for the fun of it. So, you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Do you know him or not? Now, see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Oh yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Ah, young love, so bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Never even talked to that stud-up British wannabe. How'd you know he was British, you flyer? Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe?
Well,
huh? Eh? That's you. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yeah, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yeah, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured you must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. It's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Fay? Yeah, Your Honor? What's it now? Who is this person anyways? This Union Jack fellow? The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Ah, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bitch just now? Mia, there's a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg. Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? Hell yeah.
You got this.
1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Also, don't think 5 steps ahead. People always lose the game when they do that.
Yep.
That feels like a personal attack. Okay, Mia, one more time from the very beginning of his testimony. Okay, so... What are we attacking with? This photo? He didn't have a jack in here. Right?
He has a jacket right there.
Is that the Union jacket though? That doesn't look like a British jacket to me. But I guess it's hard to tell.
Hard to tell in the black and white photo.
It's like the only thing we got though. Let's go. Not killer, all this fine body. All you gotta begin with. Never even talk to that guy. Always walk around with a huge Union jacket on the back of his shirt.
So he would have a flag on his back.
Yeah, it's a UK, right? I don't see that.
I don't see that there.
Alright, let's give it a shot. It's a tutorial. If we no way we're gonna lose.
No
in
way.
the tutorial. No way. Objection. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Faze, there's some point to this line of questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You had no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr.
New
Wright?
music.
It is. Sounds good. You've been lying to me, you fucking liar. But please forgive me. Ah, damn, Phoenix, you look... This is you at your lowest, I see. Mia, you made our client cry. Let him. That P on this chapter doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. We all know
Stand
what it
for
stands
pussy.
for. Yeah, I didn't want to say shame, but
I mean,
thanks.
P-word shit. Oops. Gotta be political.
Can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. You did my job. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Oh, did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Very suspicious.
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, you lost it? Does it even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at another photo from the crime scene.
Wow.
Wow. What's this? In the victim's hand, it's Cold Killer X. Yeah, but even I got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. Oh shit. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order in the court! Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Ooh, Phoenix, it ain't looking good for you, buddy. This is a parallel timeline where Phoenix is a murderer. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Instead of murdering him physically, he murders him mentally now.
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any sort of explanation for all of that? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids. The bathroom calls for me. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmaceutical department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last two or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. Achoo, achoo, achoo. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. I'm sure he's telling nothing but the truth from this point forward. Truth is, I never went. I went because he called me. Have you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is my it's kind of embarrassing. She's my sweetheart. Oof. Well, what was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles I see. He was in the pharmaceutical department, so he agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yep, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist, I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. It sounds like he was quite the ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? What do you think, Shane?
Probably the timing.
Yeah. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmaceutical guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, looks like he's right about the time anyways. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. Talk for a bit, then around 3 we split up. So, what was it that you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometimes.
Again?
Hang out again sometimes? I wish that was true. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's where I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Achoo. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2-3 days.
Who developed Cold Killer X? Was it him?
Was it him? Maybe. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch, why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Well, Mia? I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions. The boy isn't exactly what I call a natural born liar, you know. But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense. I know.
Mia hates it when Phoenix talks about happiness.
Yeah, what can I do? Well, I'm certain he must be still behind something. Information. Right now, it's information we need more than anything else. Alright. Photo. What time is that on his clock? It's
3:10, 3:05.
3:05 from what it looks like. Wait. No, that's right. That's right. It's 3:05. It's 3:05. Okay. With Wright's fingerprints. Okay. Meet at 2:45. Talk for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. Later when I went back, I found him lying there.
The time of death was 5 minutes after they split up. Oh, never mind.
At 3 p.m.
But his clock says
3:05. 05, yes. Lost my ball vision at lunchtime. The day of the accident. Talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. That doesn't contradict the picture.
Well, if he died at 3:05 from the shock, and that's when the clock broke.
True, but how do we get to that point? Later when I went back, I found him lying there. Talked for a bit, and then at 3 we split up. Pretty sure that's true if he died 5 minutes later. Found him lying there. Containing cold killer the last 2-3 days. Does you think the cold killer X has anything to do with the contradiction? You think that's just extra stuff?
They'll probably play into it in a weird way.
It doesn't seem like the cold killer X gonna play into this statement currently, though. This current issue.
No.
Top 4 bit around 3 we split up. Let me press him again on this. Oh, wasn't there an option? Dialogue option, right?
Yeah.
You asked, because we did the first one. Which one was it?
What's the last statement?
Around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Did you already press that?
Yes, I pressed everything already. Remember how at the beginning statement we had 3 options and we picked one of them? We should pick the other one.
Give it a try.
I don't remember which one it was though. I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. So the timing, and it's asking about the department. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, but though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity, huh? That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death, and then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle earlier either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. It ain't looking good. Your testimony cannot be trusted. It ain't looking good. But what do you mean? I'm the best truther in the world.
You're looking at the chair.
I knew it was too much work for a little girl. Huh. You look like your 8-year-old little niece. However, there's one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. There is?
That's taken from the future. She'd be like a toddler right now.
Oh, yeah. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon had been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Established murder method, we know what it is. Your Honor? Yeah, Miss Faye? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yeah? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Easy.
Right there.
Right here. Take that. As for the cause of death, I say this picture captures it quite well. Well, what? But there's nothing that can even remotely resemble a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, what exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
I don't know. But
I think it was this umbrella.
he chopped it down.
Well, naturally, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we heard? The machines the pharmacology students in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable. Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly does sound plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. The future is now. Now. The victim's cause of death may have indeed been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... this loser. Actually. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? What is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Order! That's enough! I think we can conclude that there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg, my hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. Just look at him. No, you're wrong.
His head's spiky.
Mr. Wright's innocent. You can't just judge him because he has spiky hair. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor.
Guilty.
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye? Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Well, Miss Faye. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further. I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Dog Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Damn, teenage, college drama. There's something you need to know about that girl. What do we need to know about that girl, huh?
She's evil. I get it now. The P stands for push. Pusher. He's a pusher.
What you just said, was that the truth? Yeah, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, thanks Curly Stan, we're all absolutely convinced you are. But please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thanks. Still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
Well, you know when this game came out.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well. The explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mrs. Swallow fell back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock. And that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus moron like him could have missed that. Miss Faye? Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Right. He was talking bad about Dolly. Okay. Let's hear about your college drama.
Yeah, shit talker.
Yeah. So what kind of things did Mrs. Swall say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly.
Yeah, I want to hear him.
He said that she was a bad girl.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Dude, that's the most innocent boy answer I've ever heard. Damn, look
shit
at
talking.
this guy. This guy's so innocent. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this hard for me, there already is. Anyways, after he said that, I lost my temper. A game of shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. That was a wild beast. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. The 1-inch punch. And when you did that, there were no severed cables anywhere to be seen? Right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it?
It's true, I was furious.
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. That was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Like the cable snapping?
Like the cable snapping. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here.
Press.
Press.
That's more details.
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been... Yeah, could have been. Yeah, hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner.
Wow.
Wow, Phoenix, wow. You didn't have to jab at him, you know.
He's already dead.
Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Why, you got sick? Oh, wait, no, he was already sick up until it.
Yeah. Miss Faye. What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Yes.
Well... The umbrella, right? Let's look at that photo.
Yeah. Because he fell on it, right? Well...
Yeah, if he fell on it, why is it like 20 feet away from him? Curious. Curious indeed. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it enter into testimony.
Then you gotta present it to that new part. Yeah, video games.
How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees to the defense's requests. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony, including the part where you said it was as bad as owner. After I showed him, he fell on top of his cheap umbrella. It's time, huh?
Well, bam.
Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that... I would have been able to counter the prosecution's argument earlier, you dummy. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No! Ooh, this music's good too.
Yeah, it is.
Order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present as evidence immediately. Umbrella, owned by the owner, found broken in the electrical pole at the crime scene. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to a testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. No, okay. I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No. Fade to black.
What?
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Phoenix's testimony. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you ree-hee-heeing about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness testimony will be incontrovertible. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? Sweet old Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Yeah, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Our first break.
Yeah, they gotten shorter in the future.
Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. Hi. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy? You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll never turn against me. She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling us more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm starting to be a lawyer on the side. Anyways, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room upstairs. That's when I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She's She gave this to me the day we met as our symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, "I want you to carry this." So
It's incredibly cursed.
So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. Certainly is a little bottle, alright. Makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Anyways. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. I don't want to be seen with you. Well, please give it back now. It's almost the same thing.
That's really shy.
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you? This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse? Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? An article almost 8 months ago. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have would not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We better all get moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Okay. You know what's one cool thing about having Phoenix be the defendant? We get some new sprites for him.
Oh yeah.
So you got like a bunch of new sprites now.